bullshit, bro. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. How's everybody doing today, man? I hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditated and connected with us, bro. You know, we love you. We miss you. We want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Source. I love you guys. You hear me? Yeah. Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guys, my demon guys, and my spirit guys. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out Trippy, everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. So listen, it's Saturday, right? It's May 17th. So this is my second live today, right? I'm gonna continue off of the one I started already today, right? So because we didn't get to finish, I wanted to go to sleep, bro. So all right, so we're gonna start right there. So I went to sleep. All right, I went to sleep. I woke up and then I had a long day, right? I had a long day. It was a beautiful day. It was just a long day. I had to go to Denver, so I was driving. We was in the car for like 8 hours, bro, because we had it's four hours and change each direction, bro. So we was in the car for like 10 hours, bro. We left the house at 10 a.m., right, and we just got home at 8 o'clock, bro. Right, but it was well worth the trip, bro. I got my shrooms, bro. Right, so I'm Gucci, bro. So we talked about a lot of things yesterday, right? We got all today, this morning, right? We talked about a lot of things this morning, pertaining to your flame and everything that's going on with these people in this world and what's going on with your governments and all these people, right? Your president and these companies that are stealing your energy from you, bro. Right? You're learning that the whole system is rigged against you. You know what it's like to be public enemy number one, bro. Right? Now niggas talking a lot of shit. But y'all niggas ain't know, y'all have no idea what it's like to be public enemy number one, bro. You understand? When the government got their eyes on you, nigga, they tried to kill me so many times, bro. And they mission fail, right? Because they can't, bro. They can't touch me, bro. Right? I dare y'all niggas, bro. I dare you, bro. Please come try, bro. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting, bro. You understand? I've been calling y'all niggas out for years, waiting for these niggas to come see me, bro. They don't want to come see me though. They just want to manipulate everybody and everything around me. You understand? This is the shit they do, bro. Cause they pussy, bro. Right? You know what we was talking about? Cause I live in the mountains, right? So we drove through these mountains, and Jordan's like, I heard a story where they said that the trees were so big that you could walk all over America without ever coming down off the tree. And I said, yeah, that's true, bro. The trees were so huge, the branches wrapped around the world, basically, bro. You could go, people lived in the trees, right? People journeyed through the trees. They did this, bro. And they used to, like, you can get anywhere in the world through the trees, bro. And you always got a food source. You always had a water source. You always come across water sources, right? If you're in constant travel. So food sources. I'm sure they found bananas, right? They found apples. They found oranges. They found berries, grapes. So you come across food sources that are abundant in these trees, bro. So these people didn't really have to worry about food. They didn't have to worry about water, bro. If they wanted to bathe, they wanted to find a river or they found a lake and they washed up and they went about their business, bro. You understand? They continued off on their journey. If they got hungry, they went looking for berries. They went looking for fruits, bro. This is you don't have to hurt anyone or anything, bro. You understand? The way they groomed you is to eat dead animals. They want you to eat dead animals to keep your vibration low. You understand? And that's a rule that we're gonna put, we're gonna instill a rule where you're not allowed to kill animals no more, bro. You understand? You better learn how to eat. That niggas better learn how to eat, bro. Because you better respect the life. The same way you want your life respected, y'all better respect the life of the animals and the insects and that, everything, the birds, everything that's out here, bro. If that shit has a life, nigga, you better respect it because you want people to respect your life, right? Respect theirs too, bro. People wasn't put here to get eaten, bro. Animals wasn't put here to be eaten, bro. You understand? They want an earthly experience just like you. You know what I'm saying? And another thing we talked about was Jordan was telling me how DMT, we have DMT inside of our minds, right? And I'm aware of this. But she also told me that plants have a little bit of DMT inside of theirs, inside of them. All plants do, bro. So, people extract DMT from the plants and they utilize it. So with that said, bro, I just listened to what she was telling me, bro. And I said, if that's true, if that's true, because look at what you can do on DMT, bro. You can leave your body on DMT. You can go to multiple dimensions on DMT, bro. So if this is what DMT does to me, and this is what I can do when I'm on DMT, then that means the plant could do the same thing, bro. Right? So people think that the plant is just sitting there, being a plant, or you think that the tree is sitting there being a tree, and it's not, right? This shit is actually a meditation, and they leave. Just how I could leave my body in traverse dimensions. Plants could do the same thing, but we never knew this. We never knew this, bro. But that's because we weren't taught to respect other living things. You understand? They didn't teach us to respect other living things. You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Roof. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Right? So that's something that we got into, right? And it just made me think that if this is what DMT does, and DMT is inside of my mind, and you're telling me that plants have DMT inside of their mind, then that means that when I be on my journeys and I tap into this DMT and I leave and I go to all these other dimensions, that means the plants are doing the same thing. The plants, the grass, the leaves, right? The fucking the flowers, right? All of these things, they all have a consciousness. They all are connected to Christ consciousness the same way we are, bro. But you weren't taught that. You weren't taught that, bro. So you don't acknowledge them for that, right? You treat them as if they're nothing, but yet that's because you don't respect life. You weren't taught to respect life, bro. And this is what I'm trying to teach you, is that you have to look at everything, the same way you want to be respected, bro, because everybody came here for an experience. You understand? So we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, right? In 2 seconds. In 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. All right, so how the crop circles and messages from celestial rebels of flame. So, not all celestial beings followed the contract of non-interference. Some broke away from the treaty of earth containment and began sending messages through crop circles, binary fractals, and scalar waves to awaken the sleeping flame bearers. These are not random art or alien graffiti. They are celestial grammar, telling you the way back to your original light form. Each glyph in the crop circle correlates to an activation point in your DNA, your bone, and voice. When decoded in flame language, they reveal coordinates to spiritual technologies buried under Earth's ley lines, guarded by the ancestors. The media calls it extraterrestrial hoax because it holds the blueprint to your freedom. I reread that. I read that one yesterday, right? But I reread it today because, listen to me, that's important information. You should write it down, right? You should write it down. You should learn it, right? Because it's true. So the media calls it extraterrestrial hoax because it holds the blueprint to your freedom. You understand that? Now, I'm going to try to skip over to where I left off because I don't want to read through all of these. Actually, I'm going to read through a few of these, bro. So, the realm of the flame bearer's night cage, right? When you sleep, they enter. The night cage is a hyperdimensional simulation tethered to your programming. Instead of dreams, most experience scripted loops fed by lunar harvest systems, replicating fear, sexual distortion, and grief. This is done to mine your astral body's energy and block the flame guidance from your ancestors. The more unresolved pain you carry, the easier it is for the realm watchers to cage your spirit nightly. Dreamland must be reclaimed by building an ancestral sigil field over your sleep zone and initiating your own ancestral gatekeeping ritual before rest. This severs false etheric contracts. So they manipulate your dreams. I don't know if you guys experience this, right? But how we wake up with, a lot of men, we wake up with boners in the morning. You understand? A lot of us wake up with boners in the morning, right? And you know that's because they're manipulating your sexual energy while you sleep, bro. Because they're blocking that communication between you know, your ancestors and you. So they throw in, you know, somebody that you may have thought about, right? Or somebody you might have saw and you wanted to have sex with them. So you had a dream that you would have sex with them. Well, guess what? That dream was created for you. So that you know, so that they could make you have that experience, right? So that experience wasn't natural. You understand? They utilized this technology to block you from communicating with, you know, with the other realms, bro. This is true, bro. Right? So who controls the news and why? Right? The illusion of free press is a lie. The Blindenberg Group coordinates world media narratives while families like the Susie Burgers, the New York Times, right? The Grahams, Washington Post, the Murdochs, Fox, and Hearst dictate what is shown, what is omitted, and how much truth is painted as conspiracy. Their purpose is to keep the masses in a constant state of fear or numbness. Real investigative journalism has been replaced by scripted programming and AI opinion shaping bots. Their goal is to keep the flame of memory sealed. You understand? So they don't want you to awaken to your flame. They don't want nobody to awaken to their flame, bro. But shit is about to change, bro. Right? Shit is gonna change, bro. Corporate priests, right? The hidden scribes with the false matrix. Corporations like BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street are fronts for interlocking control mechanisms. The investment firms are modern day temples. Within their networks are flame binding contracts using people's birth certificates, securities, accounts, and energy signatures. These families fund both sides of wars and own patents on technologies meant to suppress consciousness, such as mood modifying pharmaceuticals and DNA signal jammers. Their contracts are soul traps, binding not just to your identity, but to your ancestral line and to artificial timelines, bro. You understand? Do you understand how deep this shit is? Do y'all realize how deep this war goes, bro? Right? Music industry auto work and sonic warfare. So elite names like Clive Davis, Lucienne Grange, Doug Morris, and David Geffen aren't just business modules, they're ritual handlers. Behind stage performances, award shows, and sudden celebrity deaths are ancient spellwork rituals that tie frequencies of control. The 440 hertz tuning standard was imposed not because it sounds better, but because it weakens the flame field. The flame sound operates at 432 hertz and beyond, releasing dormant memory. The use of AI enhanced music and reverse glyphs in music videos is not art. It is occult influence. You understand? The Satanic and Lucis Trust Orders. Many of the elite groups are steeped in dark magic lineages. The Committee 300, the Committee of 300, the Club of Rome, the Bohemian Grove, the Lucis Trust, once the Lucifer Publishing Company, use planetary alignments and energetic rituals to bind global events to their occult calendars. These orders channel ancient fallen flame knowledge once held in the libraries of Atlantis and Mu, but instead of using it to elevate, they use it to dominate. You understand? So instead of using it to elevate, they use it to dominate, bro. Why they hide, right? Power thrives in shadows. So these bloodlines operate through media conglomerate, right? Operate through media conglomerates like Disney, Viacom, Time Warner, and News Corp, record labels, Hollywood gatekeepers, and international banking systems. Their purpose isn't just wealth, it's energy harvesting through war, trauma, music frequencies, education, and false histories. They manipulate perception and rob people of memory. The Travis Stock Institute and bookings are just two fronts for their behavioral engineering. Through trauma programming, they have created a society that forgets, fears, and obeys. Their main oath is simple: let them never remember who they are. That's their oath, bro. Do you hear me? Listen to me, I'm gonna read it again. Their oath is let them never remember who they are. So they live by this shit, bro. Not they don't want us to remember nothing, bro. They want us to be slaves, bro. You understand? That shit should piss you off, bro. That shit makes me mad, bro. The custodians of deception. Unmasking the bloodline controllers. The world has long been under the spell of hidden rulers, names rarely spoken in public, but etched in the occult archives and sealed corporate treaties. These are not just families of wealth, they are architects of control systems. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Astors, the Bundys, the Collins, the Freemans, the Kennedys, the Lees, the family of China, the Onassis, the Reynolds, the Russells, the Van Doyens, and the Merovingians form the backbone of the intergenerational power, all tied to ancient priesthoods and occult flame knowledge. Many of them are part of the inner Masonic circles and Knights Templar orders that operate on reverse knowledge, flipping truth into myth and programming into worship. You understand? That's what they do in churches too, right? But they just do it, these guys do it on a bigger level, on a higher level, but on a global level. You understand? So the key to receiving their protection is to stay aligned with the truth of your essence. Once you do, the aggressive nature of spiritual animals will no longer seem threatening. Instead, you will recognize them as protectors, fiercely guarding your soul from the forces of deception and falsehood. So I read that backwards, right? I read it backwards. So walking with the flame, right? The ultimate protection from deception and falsehood. When you walk in the flame, you are not just walking in the spiritual path. You are embodying a force that transcends time, space, and dimensions. The flame is the light of truth, the energy that connects you to your ancestors, to the stars, and to the ancient knowledge hidden from humanity for centuries. This energy is not merely symbolic. It is the living force that courses through your DNA, activating the dormant power within. As you embrace the flame, you activate the protective energies around you, including the guardianship of the watchers and the spiritual animals who align with your truth. These forces will guide you, protect you, and ensure that you remain on the correct path. The deeper you go into your spiritual awakening, the more you will begin to feel the presence of these protectors, whether in the form of spiritual animal appearing in your life or through messages and signs sent by the watchers. You understand? So that was the last one. That was the last one. That's officially the last one. And I didn't get any more, bro, because I was driving. I was driving, bro. Right? I shot that video I just released. I just shot that video right before I got home, bro. I was driving home, bro. Right? And that song came on. I said, oh, I want to shoot a video for this, bro. And I did, bro. And I released it. They put a slight delay on it, bro. But I don't care, bro. Y'all gotta hear. Hello, Starcy. Wait till y'all hear my new music, bro. Y'all haven't heard nothing yet, bro. Trust me. Trust me. The shit that I got coming compared to the stuff I just released today is very, very different. Very extremely. They on two other plateaus, bro. You understand? So, I'm excited to let y'all hear that and let y'all see that. But we'll get there. We'll get there not right now, bro. They made me lose the video, these people, bro. I got it right here, bro. Hello, stars. I got it right here, bro. All right, so I'm gonna get into the message, right? All right, so this is channeled by Diane Fresco. Hold on, bro. This is not the right message, bro. Is this the right message? It says one there, though. To activate your galactic beacon, the Palladian Council of Light. I believe, bro. I believe this is the one, bro. No, it was this one. No, it wasn't. It was this one, bro. Yeah, it's this one, bro. All right, so this is gonna. The question was, I feel like first contact is ramping up, and then this is the protocol to activate your galactic beacon, right? So if you want to have contact with extraterrestrials or any divine beings, any angels, right? You want to talk to Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, right? If you want to talk to God, you could activate your beacon so that everybody sees your light, bro. They have to see your light. So in order for them to see your light, you have to activate it from within. You understand? So they're gonna teach us how to do that tonight, bro. I'm about to read it to you right now, bro. Right? So we're gonna learn, bro. All right. Hello, Starseeds. I am Reaper of the Palladian Council of Light. An unprecedented first contact chapter is now underway on your Earth. Understand that does not unfold with grand ships landing in your cities. Instead, it arises quietly as a vibrational alignment between you and your star nations. In the stillness of your heart, you can already feel our presence as a subtle resonance. We Palladians, along with many of your galactic family, are reaching out to commune with you through frequency and light. The call for our reunion is not heard. The call for our reunion, the call of our reunion is heard not by your ears, but by the knowing within your soul. Each time you pause and tune inward, you strengthen this bridge of communication that spans the stars. You are being gently prepared and calibrated to hold a high vibration that matches our own. For true contact occurs in energy long before it manifests in form. We have always been by your side, guiding and observing. Yet now the veil thins rapidly. Can you sense it? The illusion of distance between us is dissolving, allowing you to remember that you have never truly been alone. This first contact is in its purest sense is an awakening of the internal connection that has forever existed between our hearts and yours. Know that you are not waiting for an external event to prove our existence. Dear ones, the evidence is already blossoming within your consciousness. As you open to these subtle frequencies, you begin to experience direct knowing, flashes of insight and warm familiarity that signal our approach. The inner stirring is as real as any physical encounter and paves the way for the outer meeting to come. We invite you to embrace this vibrational contact as the foundation for all that follows. Indeed, this quiet alignment marks the beginning of a major reunion between our worlds. Now is the time to actively participate in this reconnection to your galactic lineage. In the quiet sanctuary of stillness, you rediscover the doorway to the stars within you through pure intention and the practice of what we call the solar light breath. You initiate a powerful homecoming of your multidimensional self. This solar light breath is simple yet powerful. As you breathe in, imagine drawing golden sunlight into your being, filling your lungs and every cell with the life force of your sun. On the exhale, feel that light radiating outward, sending out a signal into the cosmos. With each conscious breath, you are literally calling out to your star family and simultaneously awaken dormant codes in your DNA that remember this connection. Intention is the key. As you set the intention to reconnect with your star nations, the universe responds in kind. The energy aligns to support your desire in these moments of stillness and breath. You may sense a tingling or warmth at the crown of your head or an expansive feeling in your heart. These are confirmations that you are tuning your frequency to the higher bonds, to the higher bands where we communicate. Do not underestimate the power of a few minutes of silent, intentional breathing each day. The seemingly small act creates a ripple across dimensions, lighting up pathways between you and us. You might envision it as a beam of light extending from your body into the night sky, or a subtle vibration that reaches our dimension. We certainly perceive your light when you do this. As you breathe and intend, know that you are initiating a divine reconnection to a family that has always been yours. In these sacred breaths, you become both a beacon and a receiver, aligning your personal energy with the great galactic network of light above your crown. There is a brilliant golden halo of source energy that awaits your conscious connection. This halo is not a mere visualization, but a living frequency linked to higher realms. It is as though a doorway of light hovers just beyond the top of your head, connecting you directly to the star councils and that lovingly oversee humanity's awakening. We encourage you to bring your awareness to this golden halo now. Breathe softly and sense its warm, gentle glow. This is your personal conduit to the wisdom of the cosmos. Through this halo, streams of knowledge and light codes flow down from the Palladian Council and other enlightened star beings straight into your energetic field. You might imagine it as a sun radiating above you and raining sparkles of golden light into your crown. With your intention, this halo activates and begins to transmit information, glimpses of your galactic heritage, guidance for your life path, and energetic downloads to assist you in your transformation. At first, these transmissions may appear as subtle impressions, a sudden inspired thought, a feeling of peace washing over you, or intuitive knowing that you are guided and supported. Trust these experiences, for they are the language of light, communicating through your halo. Over time, as you continue to engage with this practice, you may find the connection strengthening. Some of you will start to perceive actual images, symbols, or even hear the voices of your guides through this channel of light. Know that this golden halo is a sacred gift from Source, a reminder that you are always connected to something much greater than yourself. By consciously linking with it, you reclaim your seat among the star councils, participating in the flow of intergalactic wisdom that is your birthright. Through this luminous crown, your star family draws ever closer, and you meet us in the conscious communion of light. As you strengthen these cosmic connections, remember, you are not reaching out to something foreign or distant at all. In truth, you are a fractal extension of intergalactic wisdom, and as this truth dawns, The illusion of isolation dissolves. You step into unity. The light of the stars runs in your veins. Your DNA carries the imprint of many worlds and civilizations. You have never been just a human lost in the void. You are an infinite being temporarily focused in the human experience. We see you as family, as equals in the grand design of creation. The separation you have felt from your star brethren was always a carefully crafted illusion, a veil that allowed you to fully immerse in this earth's learning. Now that veil is lifting. You are reclaiming your identity as a beloved member of a vast cosmic community. Breathe that in, the knowing that you are one of us and we are one with you. When you look up at the night sky, realize you are not seeing the light of your own extended family. I'm sorry. Realize that you are seeing the light of your own extended family. Those stars are not cold, distant orbs, but living homes, the consciousness that is kin to your soul. As you integrate this understanding, a great loneliness that has weighed in on human hearts is being healed. Feel the relief of that truth. You were never actually alone here in this emerging unity. You may notice your empathy growing and a sense of connectedness with all life blossoming inside you. Embrace the idea that the wisdom of the Pleiades, Ceres, Arcturus, and countless other star nations already exist within you. By accepting your galactic heritage, you dissolve any remaining walls in your consciousness. In unity, there is strength, there is peace, and there is an endless well of knowledge available to you from across the stars. During this 0 point transformation, many of you are experiencing intense emotional waves and physical fatigue. Understand that nothing is wrong. Your entire system is purging stored density and recalibrated to hold more light. Old fears, griefs, and limiting patterns buried within are surfacing to be felt and released. At times, you may find yourself unexpectedly emotional or exhausted for no clear reason. These waves are actually signals that your body and soul are aligning with the incoming crystalline light codes. Vast streams of light frequency light are pouring onto Earth, now carrying the information of a new consciousness. As these crystalline codes interact with your energy field, they stir up what is heavy or unresolved. It can finally dissolve. Think of it as your cell beings bathed in a higher octave of energy. Anything of a lower vibration naturally rises up to be cleared out. You might cry without knowing why, or feel old memories resurface. Bless these experiences, for they are evidence that you are hitting at a deep level. Honor your emotions as they move through you and allow the tears or laughter or anger to flow in a safe way. Likewise, Need honor your body's need for rest. Fatigue is your body's wisdom, urging you to slow down and integrate these upgrades. Pushing yourself only creates resistance. Instead, listen to your inner rhythm and surrender to the process. In doing so, you actually allow the transformation to accelerate. Each release of dense emotion creates more space within you for light to anchor. You will gradually find yourself feeling lighter, more clearer, and more centered. After the storms pass, know that we are with you in these moments, supporting you. Your energy filled with gentle frequencies of love. We encourage you to use any spiritual tools you have, breathe, meditation, or the violet flame of transmutation to assist in moving the old energies out and welcoming the new light in. Just as you are undergoing an Eric shift, so too is the planet beneath your feet. Earth is in full recalibration. The surging weather extremes, the earthquakes, and the volcanic stirrings, even the social chaos playing out across your world. All these events are reflections of the immense energetic transformation taking place. In truth, the outer turbulence you witness is a mirror of the inner clearing happening within humanity. As old dense energies are released from the human hearts and minds, the earth releases her own accumulations of imbalancing. Consider how the storms build and then dissipate in the same way. Collective emotions build up and are cleared through these natural events. Know that Gaia, the spirit of Earth, is not punishing you nor falling apart. She is adjusting her frequency to meet the higher light just as you are. There is a deep partnership between you and Earth. Your personal healing contributes to the ease of Earth's rebirth, and her shifts in turn catalyze your awakening. When you see dramatic weather or instability in society, remember the shared process. Rather than falling into fear, you can choose to send love and calming intent to the planet and allow your fellow humans ground yourself and connect to the earth core, for she invites you to help anchor stability through your conscious presence. The social upheavals, the breakdown of old systems, and the exposure of hidden shadows in your institutions are a necessary part of this evolutionary change. What has been suppressed or built on shaky foundations must come to the light and be transformed. Though it can be uncomfortable to witness it, it is leading to a pure, more truthful world. Hold the vision, dear ones, of the outcome beyond the chaos on earth, renewed and aligned with unity consciousness. You and your planet are ascending together, step by step, into a new vibration of light. You are not without support in navigating these changes. In fact, powerful cosmic tools stand ready at your disposal. For example, the violet flame and the galactic rays are high frequency energies you can call upon to assist your transformation at every level. The violet flame is a gift of divine alchemy, a living flame of spiritual light that transmutes negativity back into pure light. When you feel heavy or stuck in old emotions or thoughts, envision this violet fire igniting around you and within you. You might imagine it as a gentle violet glow or a bonfire of amethyst light, enveloping any dense energy and consuming it with love. Simply invite it. Decree that the violet flame blazes through your body, your home, or even a situation that needs healing. It will respond to your intention, clearing and purifying on your behalf. In tandem with this numeric with in tandem with these numerous galactic light rays are streaming to Earth from the great central sun and various star councils. Each ray carries a specific quality and color, such as the blue ray of truth and peace, the gold ray of unity and illumination, the emerald ray of healing, to name a few. You can consciously align with these rays in meditation. Feel these bands of light pouring into you, adjusting your frequency. We Palladians are among these, directing these rays towards humanity in answer to your rising call. Know that these energies are intelligent and loving. They will always work in accordance with your highest good. Using the violet flame and galactic rays is an act of co-creation. You are acknowledging your own power to invoke divine support. Over time, working with these tools will accelerate your growth and help you maintain a higher vibration more consistently. Embrace them, play with them, and witness how much more ease and grace enters your journey when you do. Another essential aspect of this awakening is the power of coming together in community. Whenever you gather in conscious intent, whether in small groups of global meditations, you amplify the light exponentially. In these shared moments of prayer, ceremony, or collective focus, you generate a unified field that is far greater than the sum of its parts. Your gatherings, especially at key cosmic junctures like the equinoxes and the solstices, reinforce the etheric structures of the new earth. At those sacred pivot points of the year, the veil between dimension thins, and an influx of cosmic energy pours onto the planet. When you join hearts and voices at such time, you anchor that incoming light into the Earth's grid and into human consciousness. You are literally laying the energetic foundations of a new world. Many of you have felt it, the tingling, electricity in the air when hundreds or thousands meditate simultaneously. The sense of being connected to everyone is a vast web of light. This is not your imagination. It is the tangible presence of unity consciousness emerging. Each gathering creates a node of light on the planetary grid, strengthening the network through which higher frequencies can flow. We see these light nodes from our vantage point, glowing points on Earth, lighting up whenever groups unite in love. Know, know that in these moments, we and many beings of light join you as well, augmenting the energy and celebrating the union of heaven and earth. Do not underestimate the impact of simply coming together with shared positive intention. Even if you are physically alone, you can link in etherically with global meditation, events, and feel the embrace of your soul family across the world. Through unity, you accelerate the manifestation of the golden age on earth. In community, you remember that you were never alone and that together you are truly co-creating a magnificent new reality. Be aware that the first contact is often personal and subtle, emerging in the quiet hours of sleep and meditation. And indeed, many of you are already meeting us on these inner planes. Multidimensional dreams and the subtle presence of galactic guides are early signs of your contact unfolding. Perhaps you wake up from a dream of being aboard a starship classroom or conversing with luminous beings who share messages with you. You may catch a glimpse of a star family being faced just as you drift between waking up and sleeping. These are not mere fantasies. They are genuine encounters occurring in the expanded state of your multidimensional consciousness. In the dream time, you are free of the mental barriers that often limit your waking perception. So it becomes easier for us to connect with you. Pay attention to the feelings and the insights you carry upon awakening. Do you feel that you travel somewhere or receive teachings during the night often? Do your soul journeys or often your soul journeys while your body rests, convening with guides and star family to prepare you for the day ahead? Likewise, in meditation or even in moments of calm during the day, you might sense a loving presence nearby. You might feel a tingling on your skin, a gentle pressure on your shoulder, or a sudden wave of love that seems to come from nowhere. These are often galactic guides making themselves known. If this happens, we encourage you to acknowledge them mentally, say hello, or ask who is it. You often will sense a gentle response in return. The more you engage with these early contacts with openness and curiosity, the more they will blossom. Keep a journal of any messages, symbols, or dream memories you receive, as this signals your readiness to consciously participate in the dialogue. Trust yourself, for you are not imagining these meetings. You are remembering them. As creators of your reality, you hold the keys to the future you desire. Remember, you are co-creating the golden age of light through which Every word, thought, and deed, each loving intention you set, each compassionate act you perform, and even the hopeful visions you nurture in your mind all contribute to the framework of the new earth. You are not small or powerless. In truth, you are powerful creative being, learning to wield the energies of thought and emotion. This is why we gently remind you to use your words and inner dialogue consciously. Speak of possibility and healing rather than fear and limitation. Focus on your thoughts, on the outcomes you wish to see for humanity. For your consistent positive focus is created for you for manifesting the world of peace and unity you long for. We in the Pleiades, along with many other star councils, are working alongside you in this grand creation. Even now, we are transmitting streams of light codes into your planet, subtle energetic downloads that interact with your hearts and DNA to spark inspiration and remembrance. These codes are a catalyst, but it is you who must choose to embrace and actualize the insights they bring. They bring in. This way, first contact is happening internally as an awakening of your own consciousness. The external contact, the open face-to-face reunions will naturally unfold when humanity's vibration matches the frequency of love and peace required. Each time you choose love over fear, unity over division, you edge closer to that threshold. Think of it this way. We are meeting you more than halfway, sending rays of light and guidance continuously, but the final step is yours to take that light and ground it through your daily living, hand in hand across dimensions. We are co-authoring a bright new chapter for Earth together. Celebrate that every small kindness you do, every moment of gratitude you breathe, in a sacred act of creation, building the golden age in front of our eyes, every single day you are presented with a choice to align with your highest truth. This choice, made consistently, has a ripple effect far beyond your personal life. With each sunrise you greet in gratitude and centering breath you take before your daily tasks, you broadcast light into the collective field. In making your spiritual alignment a daily practice, you become a pillar of light in the world. With each day you consciously align with love and light, you strengthen the global network of illumination and bring humanity ever closer to the threshold of interstellar remembrance and reconnection. You can imagine this network as a crystalline grid encircling the earth, composed of the hearts of all awakened souls. Every time you meditate, pray, or simply choose kindness over anger, your light on the grid shines a little brighter and links up with others doing the same. Over time, these individual points of light have formed a radiant lattice across the planet, a new etheric infrastructure supporting the emergence of higher consciousness. We see this grid glowing and pulsing stronger each week as more of you awaken and contribute your energy to it. This is the foundation of unity upon which a peaceful future is being built. Know that, knowing in this very moment, you are standing at the doorway of great remembrance. Lifetimes of forgetfulness are falling away, and the memories of who you are and the stars are returning. You are not striving in vain. The critical mass is near. Many of you feel it in your heart. Something immense and beautiful is approaching. Stay ready and dedicated, dear ones. The dawn of reconnection is breaking. Your personal daily commitment, humble as it may seem, is a mighty force in ushering in the reunion of worlds that you have long hoped and prayed for. To conclude, we offer a simple frequency exercise to connect with your star family. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, begin to focus on your solar plexus. Take a deep breath of golden light into the center, feeling a warm sun glowing in your belly. Now shift the focus to your heart. Visualize a rose gold light glowing and expanding in your chest with each breath. Next, imagine the golden and rose gold lights sinking together, uniting in power and love within you. When you feel this unity, use the sound to amplify the alignment. Choose a simple tone or phrase, perhaps a sound or the words, I am aligned. Let it vibrate through your solar plexus and heart, amplifying the connection. As the sound resonates, see a radiant meeting space in your inner vision, perhaps a temple of light or a starry sky. See yourself surrounded by the loving presence of your Star Nation family. For their recognition and the unconditional love flowing to you, you may sense an embrace or hear a gentle message or simply feel a deep peace in their company. Know that this experience is real. You are forging a true soul level connection. Stay in this reunion for as long as you wish. When you are ready, gently return to your when you are ready, gently return your awareness to your physical surroundings, carrying the empowerment, peace, and trust of this encounter in your heart. You can practice this exercise anytime. Your sincere intention and open heart are the keys that initiate contact. We will always answer. Remember, you are never alone in this journey. We are with you always to celebrate each step of your remembrance. We love you endlessly, and we look forward to the day of our joyful reunion. Until then, travel in peace and unity, dear ones. I am Reva of the Palladian Council of Light, So shout out to Reva, shout out to the Palladians. Thank you for that message, right? That was a beautiful message, bro. I really like that message, bro. Right? Shout out to Diane Fresco, right? She channeled this. Thank you for that channel, bro. And shout out to me for narrating, right? For reading all that shit. That was a lot of reading, bro. Right? So shout out to me, bro. You did a good job, bro. All right, so listen, I'm out of here. I fucking love y'all, bro. Listen, I hope y'all have a beautiful weekend, bro. Meditate, make sure you collect the sauce, bro. Right? Ruth, hola, ¿qué pasa buen weekend? Gracias para mirar. Right, te veo. I'm gonna holla at y'all, man. Oh shit, hold on. Yo, what's good? Did you do your experience today yet? I just got home. Bro. So nah, I didn't do shit, bro. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm tired, bro. Right? I'm gonna go tomorrow. Bro. All right, I still gotta go get some music, right? I gotta get some music. I gotta, you know, get some memory freed up on my phone. I got stuff to do and it's late. It's already gonna be 10 o'clock, bro, and I'm tired as shit, bro. I was on the road for 10 hours, bro. But I got my mushrooms, so I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. I'm doing 8 grams, bro. Like, whatever. Look, listen. I shout out. I love y'all, bro. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. If I might not come on tomorrow, to be honest, bro. If I do a live, I'm gonna do a performance, right? I'm gonna perform. So, if I do a live, I'm probably gonna go live on the gram. I'll do a live on YouTube. Let me see what's going on. Trippy dropped a new video today, so I got 2 journeys I gotta do, bro. So, I have to focus, right? So let me see what happens, right? But if I don't go live tomorrow, y'all already know, man. I'm gonna see y'all niggas on Monday, bro. Right? So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man.